Hi, I'm Ed Baldwin with your weekly wrap-up for Friday, April the 14th. Well, the markets continued to chop back and forth this week as we head into that planting season. Corn was higher on another sale made to China and on the ethanol margins remaining quite firm. The soybeans, well, they were up with the Argentine crop forecast being lowered once again and on concerns over the tight U.S. supplies. The wheat, well, they traded both sides of unchanged with some pretty wild moves this week, but they did manage to finish the week higher. And canola, well, it just continues to struggle to close higher. This week, we're going to switch over to tracking the July contracts now, as most of the grain companies are starting to price their grains, their street price off the July futures. So that said, the July canola this week was down $11.70. Closing at $736.30 a ton. The canola, well, it once again traded both sides of unchanged, but it just could not get any traction, and it finished lower on the losses that we saw in the palm and soybean oil markets. The July soybean contract, well, it was up a nickel this week. It was up 5 cents, closing at $14.67. The July corn contract, well, it had a good week. It was up 16 cents for the week and closed at $6.36. And the July oat contract, well, it's down 4 cents and closed at $3.32. And our July Minneapolis spring wheat contract, well, it was up 2 cents for the week, just marginally, at $8.73. The wheats, well, they traded both sides of unchanged and finished the week just that marginally higher on the Russian saga over the Black Sea Agreement, and limiting that gain was a forecast for some rain in that Kansas and Nebraska areas. Our Canadian dollar this week, it had a decent week. It was up 0.75 cents. It was up 76 basis points and closed out at 74.90. Helping it along was crude oil. The crude oil was up $1.85 a barrel and closed at $82.55. For next week, well, the planting season is starting for the U.S. farmer, and we'll be watching the progress to see if any issues that may pop up. In Canada, well, we are getting closer to starting. However, the cooler spring is going to put a later start to seeding for the Canadian prairies. That said, we are not looking for any major moves in the markets over the next few weeks. So, for canola, we'll look for the prices to continue to trade in that $7.30 to $7.70 range. And for spring wheat, we'll look for that $8.50 area to hold as our low, and the market to trade between $8.50 and $9. I'm Ed Baldwin with your weekly wrap-up for Friday, April the 14th.